Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you had a great holiday. Hey, Tibby, how are you? It'll be a quick session. I just want to run through some levels with you guys for those who are trading. Hey, Ian, how you doing? Feeling better? Hope you got some rest over the holiday. Well, okay. So on Christmas Eve, we had a really heavy duty markup session, and I'm using the last regular trading hours full session. So that'd be the 23rd. There's the overnight of the 23rd, and there's the Christmas Eve shortened session, and here's our overnight. So you can see this is the inventory that they're taking and they're selling up here. If we take out 69.73, all of the people who are short-term longs, people who aren't in it for a big time frame, they're going to start falling out. And in the room last night, I said, if you are trading today, what you're looking for is you're looking for that backfill. And a backfill is a move down, right? You're backfilling the market. You take it up to create buying, and then you go back and then you fill in all those buy orders that we're chasing. Hey, kiddo, good, good. Christmas was good. Uh, Getting rid of this flu, so it was a little slow, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's nice to have a quiet, calm one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We got some liquidation, um, and holiday markets are known for marking up because there's no sellers around, and who wants to sell into a Christmas rally unless you're a desperate long who's got product? So they're selling the day after Christmas, looking at a break of 93. That'll We've got bad structure. There's trap shorts here and here, and that's the only reason why there's a bid at 73 right now. Let's go take a look. There's probably very few people on this stream, so I'm just going to make it a short one. I did up a little balance. You can see we're completely under VWAP, and we've been under VWAP eh, for pretty much most of this session, except the early parts of the session. They had some distribution, and then they just ran out of buying. They did take out the Christmas Eve high and then straight down, right? A little bit of balance here from 79 to 81 and 3/4. And we found the bid as expected. There are single prints. If you look at this profile, there were single prints here. They filled those, okay? But there are another set down here. And what this is, market profile is really cool because it shows you where the shorts are trapped, quite simply, right? So these areas where you have letters to themselves, when a period takes out the high of the previous period, the shorts get trapped. Now we've backfilled this one, so I can get rid of that. But you can see here, there's that 67.93 I was talking about. There's a stop here, 93 half, the overnight lows right there, and we found a bid because the J period inventory correction came down to 74 half, found a bid. K period is higher because the bid moved up, right? You've got a question. When the whole float trades, how do they manage to keep the stock up? Because they obviously are selling tons of stock. if I can't tell you, I can't tell you how we do that. That's omerta. It's that's why people, kiddo, when you do deals, that's why you make 50, 100, 200 million dollars in a day. Because there's some skills involved in doing that that we just don't talk about. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? You ever heard of omerta? Yeah, we just don't talk about that. That's it's an industry. It's actually pretty simple, but the process is pretty complicated, and best not to go into it on a live discussion. That's why you have guys like me. That's why executing traders make 200 grand a month and get a million free shares because it's a good question. You know, when the whole the stock's got, you know, 10 million shares in the float and the thing trades 100 million shares that day, how do they maintain price? You guys should think about that. That's why they call it making a market. And that's why we get paid a lot of money to do it. It's a completely different business than retail trading. And it's called distribution. If I told you, Worm, I'd have to kill you. Read, kiddo, if you really want to learn this stuff, you're going to have to go back a couple of hundred years and read Inside Life on Wall Street. William Worthington Fowler. But yeah, it's this stuff's not written down. You'll never see it written down anywhere. Um, there are parts of things written down, but that's another thing. You never write this stuff down. So, you got to work on deals, and that's why deals are, no matter how heartbreaking they can be at times, that's why they're rewarding when they work. You work on a deal for, I don't know, 6 months to 2 years, and you pull a couple of $100 million out of it. Um, that's what happens every day. It's called distribution, right? That's why they call it a market. You come into the market, we sell you our goods. Now, speaking of selling, hmm. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at all those stops. Right. I doubt we're going to take those out. I think eventually, given enough time, we're going to go take out the 69.74 half. But the thing is, there's a bid here. Oops, sorry. There's a bid here, and there's a bid here. That's why we're stuck. So let's see if it just goes back and forth. I'm not trading today. I'm going to set you guys up, give you levels, and then I'm back into holiday mode. But that's pretty much it, folks. I'll kind of hang out with you and we'll see if the London Open brings any selling. Usually London tends to take these markets lower. Yeah, those old books from basically you read Once in Golconda, Inside Life on Wall Street. Um, I mean, Reminiscence is good. He talks about running pools. Um, But about how to actually run a deal is that's why I always ask people when they come into my trading room, they're like, you know, I'm like, okay, here's your homework. Your homework is I give you 300 million shares of a stock. It trades at 10 cents and it trades at 10,000 shares a day only. What are you going to do? Go make a market. Create. Create, my friends. Right? And that's what we do. This is the ultimate alchemy. The stock market is the ultimate alchemy. We turn worthless stock into billions of dollars, right? And hopefully the company actually follows through on the hype. But that's the stock market, right? Oh, what else is going on? You guys all had a good Christmas, I hope? Yeah, so Inside Life on Wall Street, Once in Golconda. Um, the books by Bernard Baruch are good too. His story is pretty good. Um, what else is there? Uh, yeah, Fowler's stuff is William Worthington Fowler. You'll learn how the Vanderbilts and those cats made their money. You're wrong, but that's okay. No, it's it's a skill. Making a market is a skill. The amount of time and education that you put into actually running a deal, like, taking a stock from 30 cents to 50 bucks a share, it's not just pure buying, you know. Yeah. It's wonderful when it works out properly. All you guys have to understand that there's accumulation and distribution. You guys are usually part of the distribution phase. Let's see if this period can take out the overnight low, which is 74 and 3/4. Candles, look how small the candles are, right? That's not tradable, right? That stuff's not tradable. You don't want to trade that. It's very interesting. And it's wonderful when deals work, it's wonderful. I can sincerely say, in the old days when I was doing deals, we wouldn't even be working this week. We wouldn't even have our screens on. We would have sold our stock, gotten our wires last week, and this week we wouldn't have even turned on a computer, you know. So it's wonderful when you can do that. That's why I'm really looking forward to the tokenization of securities. That'll be wonderful. Be able to take a company public every day. And the distribution will be amazing because people won't even need a brokerage account to buy stock. Doesn't get much better than that, right? Uh, well, yeah, of course. That's what I talk about every day, kiddo. right? I talk about the sellers controlling the market. It's not controlling, but it's just business, right? So if you own product here and you see people are willing to pay these prices for it, why would you sell it all the way down unless there's competition? That's why it's so slow here, because there's no one selling and competing. If I came in here and I put 5,000 shares for sale, I mean 5,000 contracts, these levels would crack so quick it would make your head spin, right? And that's what liquidity is. Like all these retail trading people talk about liquidity, but they don't really know what it is. They're like, oh, it's going to find, they're going to take liquidity here. It's like, no, it's liquidity is the ability to transact size without adversely moving price. Write that down, right? So what that means is if I want to buy a million shares of stock, can I come into the market and buy a million shares without moving the price? Or sell a million shares without moving the price? Do I think that the business is still happening, kiddo? Yeah, definitely. Right? Definitely. Right? Take a look at here you go. Christmas Eve, SOBR. Sam Oscar Boy Robert, $1.97. Traded 589,000 trades, which means you guys came in like a whole school of fish. 142 million shares traded, dollar volume $337 million in one day. So they would have been net sellers of at least 40% of that. Right? So on Christmas Eve, there you go. On Christmas Eve, somebody put $135 million in their jeans. How do you like them apples? You can look it up. Do they still do it? It happens every day. Hey, maybe AI will know. That's a good question to put into our AI. You deleted your question. You should repost it. It's not a bad day, eh? 135 million bucks in a day. It's a good day's work. Always remember that there's a net seller in those penny stocks you guys are buying. How do I know there's a net seller? I was the seller. Right. So if a stock traded $337 million worth of stock a day in that day, if there wasn't at least 130, $140 million in my client accounts, I'm fired. So, yeah, your job is to liquidate intelligently. What else is going on? Not much else going on, huh? Patiently waiting for a break of 69.73. See, these single prints from the Christmas Eve session, and there's another set down here. Honestly, and then there's the overnight. There's the last full trading day here, and that close was 69.58. Oh, Now AI will have a lot of stuff that can help you trading. Um, Market making is a different story. Let's see. Okay. Anybody actually trading this morning? I saw Jam was up at 3 in the morning trading away. No? Anybody in the room? Just you four? TB, Ian, Kevin, Worm? Yeah, just chilling. Alrighty, folks. Hey, Farzo, how you doing? I'm good, I'm good. Just chilling. So you can see that there are some bids here so far. The J-Lo, that J period in market profile in RTH and in the Globex usually corrects inventory lower. Christmas was good, nice and quiet, nice and quiet. Hmm. Okay. No, I never trade gold. I've financed gold companies. I've ran gold deals. We drilled for gold in Alaska in 2012, but never traded gold. I'd rather just do a gold deal. I'd love to do a gold deal now. Find some moose pasture, throw it into a shell, issue some stock, and have fun. Hey, Slayer, what's going on? But no, I've never traded it. Never had a reason to. Now, for trading, I just like the ES. I trade the ES. I'm simple. I'm an old guy too, right? You got to remember that. So I'm an old guy, and I've got other projects that I work on. So I just like to trade ES, and because I like to trade one market well, and I find with me, it's just you know, it's for me. I'm a person who needs to focus and concentrate. Otherwise, I screw up. Now, I can make markets in 20 different stocks simultaneously because we're controlling the supply, but um, I find retail trading requires a level of focus that if you don't have that level of focus, it's very easy to lose money. And I have it's a moral thing with me not to lose money. So, hey, Moran, how are you? How was your Christmas? Good to see you. That's why I just like sticking to one market, trading it well. And also I know when to trade it and when to leave it alone. Like right now, don't trade this, right? Just leave it alone. Here we go. London's opening. Here's the big drama. Let's see if London can take out the current overnight low. Boy, London's stuck. Well, it is a holiday in London, right? Any market that has large players in it will have a wholesale element to it. So yes, Forex and crypto work the same. It's just crypto is a much different trading mechanism, clearing mechanism. Forex, you can use my methods for Forex, and we use my methods for crypto too. The look below and fail is the oldest trade in the world. Oof. No movement. London's hungover. Okay. Yeah, we're probably talking about the same stock. It's the holidays, Ian, right? So, now all of you guys who are new to the room, who've, who are all sort of new to trading, right? Next year, you're going to take the week off, right? The the 2 weeks. See, like I'm not usually even here. This is the first time in 3 years that I've been in town at Christmas. Usually what I do is I don't do any streams. You know, that 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year, I'm gone, right? Because I was in town this year. That's why I'm doing the streams, just to kind of be with you guys and check in and that kind of thing. But I'm not trading, right? No professional trader is banging around in this market, right? So you should remember that for next year, right? Next year you will take 2 weeks off and enjoy the money that you made all year, right, Ian? Right? You're not going to be sitting in front of a screen. Exactly. There you go. It's good. Alrighty, my friends. Looks like no movement in London here. We've given it 5 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go. We'll do another shortened session today at 9 o'clock for the open, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 o'clock UK time. Thank you, folks, for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Enjoy your time off. We'll see you at 9 o'clock. We'll probably do about maybe an hour, probably 45 minutes, half an hour kind of thing. Just get you guys ready if you are trading today. And we'll see you. Thank you so much. Go enjoy your day. Bye for now.